And we're off. It's Wednesday, July 30th, 2014. Get out of here. How can it be July 30th? But it is. And my name's Dan Jul. I'm president of 65 Amps. I'm here with Miles Rose and Frank Falbo. And I've been off for 2 weeks, man. I've been traveling around tending to some family stuff, and sorry to be away, but I'm back. And I did eat amazing amounts of really good barbecue while I was gone, since I went through the barbecue belt, where barbecue is a way of life. And I probably put on about 8 pounds, I think, in about 10 days. It was really good. Greetings from Greece, Olympus Custom Guitars. Hey, nice to see you.
Pretty far away.
Where are you in Greece? Are you in Mount Olympus?
Pompeii.
Oh, no, that's Italy.
But close enough.
No.
Sure it is. Greece and Italy are neighbors.
But they are different.
They are different.
Yes, they are different.
Oh, yes.
That's
But
like
they
here,
both have good food.
here in the U.S. when the guy says, no, 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 I'm from Honduras. And then everyone goes, right, you're Mexican. Yeah. I'm from Brazil. I know, you're Mexican. It's okay.
Yeah, do you guys like burritos?
Isn't Honduras
Leptocara, wow, beautiful. Yeah.
Guatemala? All of-
Isn't Argentina in Mexico?
No.
No, but I think Costa Rica, Guatemala,
No,
San Salvador, all of those places that's all part of Mexico
no,
until it connects into South America.
it is not.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Look on a map.
I have.
The first thing in South America is
Bob Sacco, hey, shut up, Miles. Hi, Bob. How are you, man? Greetings from NorCal, supporting the 65 amps lifestyle. Right on, right on.
NorCal, suburb of Los Angeles.
No, man, I'm going to have to turn off your mic, Miles.
He doesn't have a mic.
Exactly. You're, no soup for you. So my friends are irreverent nerds, as you can tell. And anyway, I'm just recovering from a trip, and then I got up at 4:30 this morning to take my friend Rick St. Pierre to the airport, and which I had a fun few days with Rick. You guys might know Rick as the guy that is the proprietor of Wizard Amps, which I think are the true Ferraris of the high gain world. They're amazingly built, and they sound sick. Just absolutely sick. Josh Murdy's here saying, I wish I could have bought that Les Paul. If I had the money, I'd bought it an hour ago. Yeah, it's a good one. McSex Stooges 5 says, I earned my barbecue belt in karate. Oh, what color is it? That's good. I like that. Hey, Lars Haugen, how are you? Where is Cowboy Arna? Cowboy Arna is in the pool.
I'm here.
He's here.
He's here.
He must be pooping.
What's up?
What's up? Can you hear him yelling from the other side? Where are you? Oh, Lars Haugen is here. Lars Hovard.
I was actually watching his Backline movie on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Welcome back to the family.
Yeah, what the hell, Lars? Hey, Lars, you want to buy a nice Les Paul? You want to buy my Cherry R8? I got to move it.
Sit there for 2 seconds, just a second.
The one with the Tim White humbuckers in it. I was plugging 65 to Luke Morley of the Union and Thunder fame over the weekend. Oh, thanks, Haas. I appreciate that. Isn't Haas in Norway?
Move for a minute, Dan. People don't believe how tall Norwegians are.
Right.
But like, look, you know, I mean, really. And Lars is even taller.
Well, I'll tell you my favorite story. The first summer that I went over to Norway, we went to see the Hellbillies play at a festival in Kristiansand. And Hilda says you have enough guitars. Wow. What does that mean, enough guitars? I've never heard that phrase. I don't understand that. What does that mean? It's a 2002 R8 with Tim White humbuckers in it. So anyway, I'm at this concert, and I'm just getting tossed around, you know, and I'm like 6'1", 6'2", whatever. I've shrunk down to 6'1", I think, in my old age. And I turned to Arna and I go, man, what's up with the crowds here? And he's like, what are you talking about? I said, people just push you around. It's like rude. And he goes, dude, it's because you're little. So I'm not little. I weigh 200 pounds. I'm 6'1", you know. He goes, look around. I went, oh, yeah. Even the women are taller than me. And they're big. All the guys are 6'4" to 6'6", all of them. And if they're not, they're like this big around. So Luke Morley is a great player. I don't, you know, I have to apologize. I don't know Luke Morley. Who is that?
He means Luke Skywalker.
Likes Luke Skywalker? Plays guitar?
Yeah.
Didn't Morley do a pedal thing?
You know, it's
Was
funny.
that the same guy?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
No.
Yeah, I think it is.
With
No,
the
the Morley is
laser.
The Mor-
Actually, it is because it's as an optical.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
laser. That was the Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Luke guy did the laser thing.
Did you know
Yeah,
that Luke
the-
grew up in Afghanistan too? I was just watching the
Yeah.
movie, and I was looking at his village. I'm like, dude, that's Afghanistan.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, little sand village.
They were a little terrorist organization.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. They were the freedom.
Teenagers.
They were the freedom fighters. Right. Exactly. They were before the Taliban.
We are the true masters of digression.
We don't even know what we're talking about. That's the funny part. And you can
That's-
tell
that's
by
the
how
secret. That's the key.
you can tell by how bloodshot my eyes are that I've already been up for like 8 hours, and I got 3 hours of sleep last night. So this riffing and improving we're doing might get out of control. Might actually get out of control.
Hey, do you
Oh.
still have that tequila from last time?
I don't know. You can go look in the liquor cabinet there and see. But the other thing that I was talking about, if anyone's interested, is Neumann TLM 149. I don't know what it's worth, $800 or something.
It's really expensive for a paperweight.
It's like brand new. It's $2,500 or something, but it's a nice sounding mic. But I never use it. I never use it. I bought it because I got a good deal on it. I think they really sell for around $1,100 to $1,200. I think I got it for $800. A special deal. So yeah. Anyway,
Special deal. It depends how special you are, isn't it?
I bought it from there was a little bartering that happened there, so I got a good deal on it.
You have to go on YouTube and figure out how to redo the shock mount.
I'll leave that up to a monkey. A monkey could figure this out. That's the only problem is the rubber band is
That's easy to do if you know how to do it.
right. It's Rubik's Cube for me, so.
Call Bob Katz, who used to be at
No,
GT.
I will never call
Well,
Bobcats.
Bob could put that back on and.
Does anyone know how to do these things, these Neumann mounts?
Some kind of X pattern.
Some kind. Because we had like 5 smart guys in a room playing with it and we couldn't get it right. It was hilarious.
I think if you just throw the.
I mean, I have the rubber bands.
If
Do
on.
you think the internet would tell you?
Yeah, I bet there's a YouTube video on it, seriously.
Oh yeah.
There's
Oh, I'm
video
sure there
for
is.
everything. But I think you just put the mic, the mount, and those 2 bands in your dryer, set it on like.
Put the
just
mic in the
cool.
dryer?
Yeah, just set it on cool,
Yeah,
fluff.
tumble. Yeah.
and
Have
tumble
you-
fluff,
have
and
you
leave
tried-
it in there
tried-
for 30 seconds. And when
Well-
it comes out, it'll probably be.
We all know you're a good fluffer, Miles, but
It'll be all set.
Look, when it comes out, your problem is solved one way or the other.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, it works.
it's finality of
Yeah,
some sort.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Try it.
Just I want
Right.
definitive.
Try it.
Well, you'll have an answer at that. Randy says, I love Neumann and I know how to do it. I'd love to buy it. PayPal to Dan at 65amps.com. But I think these are kind of stretched out, though. It might be time for new one. And they're like $10 for the new. All it is a piece of like bungee cord, you know.
I bet if you buy new ones, they probably come with instructions.
No, I don't think the guys at Neumann even know how to do it. I don't think they even know.
Harney hasn't been in the pool yet.
No, I'm getting distracted.
Feline Guitars got censored. UK blues rock band Thunder. I'll have to look them up. Thank you for plugging 65 to those guys, though. I really appreciate it. And there go the dogs.
Anybody going outside, that's where the balls are.
This is a TLM 149.
That's serious tennis ball.
No, I'm sorry, TLM 49, not
Yeah,
149.
golf balls,
Here, you can see
not Harney's balls.
that the focus will pick it up correctly. Come on. It'll get it somewhere. There it is. TLM 49. I said 149. I apologize. I'm not a micer. Wait a minute. I got tabs showing up here. Am I getting... Ah, okay. Let me answer this guy really quick. I got people actually asking about the guitar now here in private messages. Very nice. And someone sent me notes. I don't think you're far out of the ballpark. Check out reverb.com. Oh, won't let me do it. Yeah, I mean, I think the normal R8s go for around $3, and you've got an $800 to $1,000 set of pickups in there, and a $250 nut. So it's kind of okay, I think. $1,700 at Sweetwater for this mic. Yeah, so half price for a new one. It's in perfect shape except for this. So if you went to 8th grade, you can probably figure this out. I graduated from college and I can't figure it out. But
That's the trick. Overeducated shithead.
that's right.
Yeah.
I have,
Give it to some elementary school kid and it's a done deal.
yeah,
You know,
right. Give it to my 9-year-old daughter and she figure it out in a
exactly.
second.
They'll figure it out. They don't overanalyze it, they just make it happen.
Oops. So, anyway, any new amp ideas? Yeah, I'm working on a 100-watter right now, which we'll have for NAMM in January. And it's probably going to be a little different than the whiskey. We thought about just doing a 100-watt whiskey, which I could do that too. Maybe I can do both. But one of the 100-watters I'm going to do might end up being a blue line amp. So Mercury and the whole deal, you know. No, it'll be a dual channel, and each channel will have adjustments inside of it. So it should throw a pretty large net, you know, like the Producer series do. Only this is going to be more, you know, standard high gain, hot rodded, modded 100-watter. 100-watt Producer? No, I'm not doing that. I could if you wanted to buy one. I can't think of how big that power transformer would be. But it'd be like as big as an SVT's power transfer. Schenkenstein. Yeah, make it sound like the Schenkenstein. So anyway, so what's going on at 65? Oh, what's this? I like that Frank reckons he can fix the mic stand but doesn't money mouth. Put your money where your mouth is. No, I think Frank agreed he couldn't do it as well. Weren't you there when we tried to fix this too,
I've
Frank?
agreed to nothing other than it's been a year and a half since I've taken a look at it, and neither of us has gone on YouTube or Googled it.
I think I did, and then just kind of went, eh. You know what I mean? Like you look at,
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah, Google would have to come to your house and put the rubber band on it for you.
A guy with a German first name and the last name Neumann would
Yeah.
have to come on.
Yeah. Then
Hello,
it might,
my name is Heinrich
then
Neumann.
it might be easy enough.
This is my brother Helmut. We are going to put it together for you together.
When I was at GT, we did thousands of those every week.
Yeah.
There were people in the back that would just go blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, it's like, elementary school girls doing the thing with their,
Yeah.
yarn.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
Once
like
you know
it's,
it, you know
it's
it.
like the 9-year-olds that make iPhones.
Yeah.
They
So
work
good.
18 hours a day
They're
and sleep
so
on
good
the
at
floor.
it.
Those little hands.
Oh, yeah. That's how you can get in
They
there.
work 18 hours a day and sleep on the floor, and they're fine.
Right.
I mean, their average lifespan is like 32 years old, but whatever.
You pack it in early.
It's
Get-
not tough
get
if the
work
bands
in.
are worn out. I've done it. Well, come on over, Randy.
Who's saying this? Who's calling it out?
Randy Kraft. Reverend Randy
Yeah.
in
Nice to say-
Virginia.
Right, from thousands of miles away.
What are we going to say? He's a man of God. What are we going to do? Sure, Randy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, if
Yeah.
he comes
I
out,
believe
We
you.
can't insult a reverend.
Well, if he comes
You
out,
can.
we'll get him some barbecue.
Yeah, we'll get you some barbecue. I got a nice guest bedroom in there. You can stay.
I'll hook him up with Andy Bales down at Union Rescue Mission.
What does that do?
They similar interests.
Some guy says
liking people.
I ordered my Ventura today.
So rare.
Oh, thanks, man.
Nowadays.
I appreciate that. These guys will just talk over us. It's okay.
That's the point.
Yeah, Virginia Casey. Yeah, man, I remember you. We talked last week about a Ventura. Yeah, that's cool, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate the order. Who'd you order it from? Who was the dealer? Hello, is anyone there? I guess he left.
Oh,
There's a
So,
delay.
I've been gone for 2 weeks. Frank, what's going on with the pedals?
I believe it's painted chassis, prototype boards, the little board, that
Right.
to put all the components in. It's not really like a PCB. It's not that.
Right.
It's a hand-wired thing, but.
Musician's friend. Cool, Casey, thanks.
So yeah, those boards are in today or something like that.
Right, they're
So
in
it's-
this week.
Yeah, so it's coming along.
Oh, excuse me.
That's all right. I'm boring you. I understand.
No, you're not. Dude, I went to bed at 12:30 and got up at 4:30.
Oh, you poor thing. So did I. And yet, look at me.
Well, you win.
I win the value of nothing.
I had to
What does it mean?
take a friend down to LAX this morning.
That
so.
will do it. Driving will do it.
Color Vibe. No, we have the Color Boost,
Right?
the Color Bender,
Mm-hmm.
and the Color Face.
Yes.
And a lot more to come after that.
But the colored face is not going to be available in the South.
We call it the Al Jolson.
Yeah.
But who's calling me?
The color
Oh,
face.
so bad.
Yeah, you are.
We're so politically incorrect.
Right.
Color. It's like a fuzz face.
Yes.
Oh, no worries, Casey. I'm just kidding you.
Oh.
Yeah, they're the big 3 Germanium pedals,
Yes.
Damn it, Miles beat me to it, he says. Yeah. Hey, if there's a bad joke to be had, we have like this 15-second advantage on you. It's it's really not fair.
Yeah.
We've got 15 seconds to think up the rudest thing we can possibly say and then test it a few times amongst ourselves and then say it.
But it's always better if you guys type it, because then if it's really that offensive, we can be like, we can read it and say like, oh my goodness, how could, that's terrible. That's extremely offensive. But it's still, the joke still gets made.
Right. That's right.
In fact, maybe we'll just blame it on some of you guys. We'll be like,
Speaking of
oh,
white
look.
balance, is Howard here today?
Not gonna
He
do
doesn't.
it.
Yeah.
Not gonna do it.
So anyway,
Poor Howard. He's got so many gigs. He's
the
working
best.
all the time.
Well, when you're actually talented, that tends to happen.
yeah.
That's true.
I do no gigs.
Yeah.
Supports my. supports my point.
Right.
Are you writing a book over there?
Yeah, I'm writing a book.
All right.
When people said, what was the last gig you did? When did you last play out?
Yeah.
1979.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it was 60s, acid rock.
I think I was so high I can't remember.
Yeah.
In a band Mud Shark.
Mud Shark.
That's a pretty good name.
Hi, Joe Riggio.
They had a real name because when you give them salute, they'd say, who are you guys playing at us tonight?
Kid Gloves 2112 asks, is 65 planning any modulating pedals like delay or chorus? Not right now.
Free beer.
I mean, we know how to do it. Can you guys hold on a second? Yeah, no, I don't know, Frank. Are we going to make any modulating or chorus pedals?
That's a can't answer that. I think at the moment it's all based on
I don't know why we would.
R&D time. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's you know there's a reason for these germanium pedals.
Right, and
You know.
they're rare to find really, really good working germanium pedals.
Yeah, so I mean the stuff that you found and the parts that are going into it, these
Right.
are pedals that have earned the right to exist. I mean they sound, you know, they do something. It seems simple enough, can't you just make a good Les Paul Gibson, you know what I mean? But yet good Les Pauls are hard to find.
Paul Reed Smith. Anyway.
Yeah, so, you know, it's the same thing with these germanium fuzz pedals, you know. Can't you just find a good fuzz face? Can't you just go to whatever company and get the
No,
current
you
germanium?
can't.
No, you can't.
Boy,
So,
can you find a chorus pedal.
well, that's the thing, yeah. So, I mean, analog chorus pedals, they're out there. You know, if you don't care about analog, then there's a billion digital chorus pedals out there that all sound pretty good.
They're all fun.
So you have to
yeah.
do something that's contributory. Of course, I have ideas that are contributory that can make some really fun things happen, but the question is, you know, do you put the R&D into it and put it out? I don't know.
I don't know, man. When you got, excuse me, Strymon and
Yeah.
Lexicon and TC and all these people making really good choruses that are pretty
Yeah.
affordable.
That's right. So I've had some ideas, you know, in that realm, explored a lot of them in R&D, spent a lot
Yeah.
of time getting to a place where I felt that we had something that was very contributory and not available on the market anywhere else. But, you know, it's a question of customer base and whatnot, you know,
Yeah.
and cost and stuff. You know, and nowadays, just like these germaniums, nowadays, if you're going to make an analog chorus unit, you're kind of stuck. There's not a lot of NOS chips, bucket brigades out there.
Right.
So you're kind of stuck with Chinese-made bucket brigade chips, and they come with their own set of problems. They
Sure.
oftentimes they can't. Like we ran into a batch that couldn't be powered up at greater than 9 volts. It couldn't be powered up at 10, even though they claimed that it could run at 10. If you powered it up at 10,
10 Chinese volts.
periodically it would the buckets would crash. They just wouldn't come on, and you'd have to go off and on again. You could do some weird power scaling, like you could
But
come
it's
up.
cheap, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and they sound pretty good. You can definitely get decent sounds out of it, but again, there's lower headroom if you can't run the voltage up, blah, blah, blah. So old chorus pedals, some of those sound the way they do because they're run at more than 9 volts. Some of those things use 2 batteries. Some of those old Ibanez flangers were 18 volts. And so you can step it up internally, but again, the bucket brigade has to be able to handle it. So now it's a headroom issue, dynamic range, blah, blah, blah. So there's all these things that are really kind of similar to saying, man, I can't get a good germanium. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's really a lot of the same stuff. It's not so much the circuit design. You can design a circuit around the existing bucket brigades to get
Sure.
what you want, but it's a lot of balancing. You know?
Well, I think it just boils down to basic foundational law of economics, you know, supply and demand. The demand for chorus pedals is kind of and the supply is gigantic.
Yeah, people would be surprised. There's reports, and you know, our music industry is very small, so you know, you can't really count on gigantic, you know, economic reports to really.
We're
be
only
accurate.
3 steps to Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. So, but there's reports that they're okay, they're accurate-ish.
Talking about MI sales track?
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Right.
didn't want to name just simply because now we're speaking about that
MI,
specific.
are they
report.
like the mob or something? We can't talk about it?
No, it's just that do we say, oh, it's pretty accurate, it's not accurate, or whatever? There's
It's just reported numbers.
it's reported numbers.
There's no validation on it.
Correct.
It's self-reported numbers.
Right, and so what you do with it as a company, like if you're a bigger company and you can afford MI Sales Track, which again they do their homework, they do a lot of work.
It's the same as like Gartner Group when you're in a corporation.
Yeah,
You
so
know, you
that
get your Gartner chart with the 4 quadrants and
right, and so it doesn't,
Yeah.
even if there's some, degree of accuracy that you're concerned with, at least from one report to the next, you can watch trends and things like that. So even if it's heavily weighted towards certain kinds of brands or certain, whatever, it still shows that like a small percentage of pedals sold are chorus pedals. A small
they still
percentage,
sell.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm saying like it does show that. It shows
Yeah.
that a gigantic percentage, like more than you'd think, of pedals sold are delay pedals. Obviously, the biggest number are overdrives, distortions, fuzz,
right.
all of those things
Right.
put in categories. And so what I find interesting about that is a lot of times you'll see a company, for example, really just focused like crazy on a rotary speaker simulator. And
Not a big sell.
the statistics say, so I mean, and there's some really cool ones out there. Hughes and Kettner has a rotosphere, with tubes in it. It sounds really good. There's some pedals out there that are really good. A lot of them are really, really bad and kind of a waste of time.
Tracy Norton's on
But-
here. Hi, Tracy.
Hey!
I'm back. I'm not alive, as you can tell from looking at my face, but I'm back. He says, how about a DSP based through D flange?
Through zero is what he's
Zero. I
saying.
need my glasses.
Yeah.
The studio guys know what that is.
Yes,
Oh,
they
well,
do.
aren't we special?
So I had a circuit for through zero flange that was and is amazing in the analog domain. The issue with DSP-based through zero can be, I'm not saying that it is, but it can be that it will pitch ramp. Everything comes down to like an actual movement. Okay, so if you go through zero using DSP or even a digital clock, and again, Tracy's our guy if we want to smear that.
Tracy's one of the
But-
guys behind the curtains here,
Yeah.
so you guys know.
So the thing with DSP through zero is that if you're going slow enough, which a lot of people really like for through zero flange, they like it painfully slow, like right, then sometimes
Right.
you can hear the
like
skipping.
the beginning of "And the Cradle Will Rock,"
I don't know.
Van Halen.
I don't know if it's. I don't know that that's a through zero. That just may be.
But I mean, it's really slow flange.
Yes, but through slow
Very
flange.
heavy slow flange.
If anyone doesn't know, through zero flange produces a split second of dead silence. It is because one is phase inverted, and so when those two cross one another, it actually goes silent for
There's
a
a
second.
moment where they cancel.
Yeah, it's a
right?
true cancel. And so yeah, there's a lot of different ways to achieve through zero. You can park it. Yeah,
Let me-
you can
you know what?
park one and then come in and out, or you can move both, against one another.
Let me play for a minute. I got like 20 guys that have written me notes saying, you know what I love, Frank? And he plays his balls off. But play me some DC rock and roll. So just to appease those guys.
Yes.
And then you want to run the board? And
Sure.
I'll turn it up and make it sound right and do all this
I'm
stuff.
gonna run off because I just
Oh,
got
Miles.
texted on a house inspection thing.
All right.
You're going to go inspect a house?
I'm not going to, but I'm gonna make sure that before the gardener comes, that no leaves and bushes are on the roof.
You get bushes on the roof?
I don't think so. That's what I was called.
All right. Let's take a listen.
Maybe, I don't even have it shown.
Let's play the whiskey. You can even flip the camera around.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on Arnie, make sure he doesn't drown.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Miles. Okay. Should be 2. cheap sunglasses, foot switch. Noise for a minute.
Yeah.
Enough noise for a minute.
Okay. Now to get the levels back. Hello, 1, 2. There you go. Close
Oh,
enough
there you go. Thank
for
you,
rock
Frank.
and roll.
Thank you, Frank.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, buddy.
No, really, seriously, you're smoothie. All right. So some of you were asking to hear some redneck ham-fisted rock and roll. I'm hoping that I could oblige there.
You are the man.
When it comes to redneck stuff. I do have my glasses.
They're back behind there.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
I want some drop D action. Well, Frank's your man for that.
Oh, brother. Any monkey can play drop D.
The speakers in this cab are two reconed pre-Rolla G12H30s and two Heritage, the new Heritage ones. But it's a 69 basket weave cab, also for sale with the Les Paul and the TLM 49. Call in right now to get a special package deal. And if you call in the next 5 minutes, we'll throw in
A Falbo pick.
Frank Falbo picks. I have Malcolm Young AC/DC picks.
No, don't throw that in.
No, I can't. I got to keep that.
Sorry, guys.
I mean, that's Malcolm. Which is
Yeah.
that's got to stay. Angus, yeah. Malcolm, come on. It's Malcolm's band. I mean, let's be honest. Just like the Rolling Stones or Keith Richards' band, the Beatles was John Lennon's band. You know. Dave Clark 5. That's another story. Another story. I'll throw in my T-shirt. How much for the picture of the guy on the horse? How much are you offering?
Yeah.
More Nicki Minaj. Yeah. I got a song for Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. Oh, Nicki Minaj? Wait, let me get my laptop.
Yeah. Man, can she hit play?
Yeah.
You know?
Man,
Hey, everybody.
Can her producers hit
Come to
play?
Staples Center and watch me hit play.
Yeah. Hey, you can't argue. You know, music is a form of expression. Everybody has their own different way of expressing crap.
Yeah. So many jokes there. It went right by me. Was Malcolm sick? Yeah, that's a rumor.
Yeah, I think so.
We hope he's okay. We hope Malcolm's in good shape. Wouldn't be AC/DC without Malcolm. All those big rhythm sounds.
Yeah.
Is Champ for sale? No, I can't sell you my dog. I mean, for a price. Yeah, there is a price for Champ.
Every man.
But
has his price.
every dog has a price. But dogs are expensive, man. You want to take one of my dogs, it's that's a whole lot of Rosie right there. Speaking of AC/DC. Yeah, 25 grand. I'll give you Champ, maybe. I'd still lose sleep over that. But What speakers are in that cab? There's two vintage G12H30s. They've been reconed, but they're the pre-Rollo ones. And then the other two are the new Heritage G12H30s. You know, the green ones, the expensive Heritage. What speakers are in the dog? Right now, he just farts. He needs to be reconed. He needs to be reconed. How much does the head weigh? I can't remember. It's not that much. Iron is naked. Norwegian nipples. That's the first version of the song John wrote. Then it was Norwegian wood, but that's another thing. What's that head weigh? What do you think?
What's a head weigh?
40 pounds.
I don't know.
That one. Something like that.
Maybe.
35 pounds. It's
Something
not
like
light, but it's not really heavy.
No, it's not as. I don't think it's as heavy as my old Showman.
Oh, no, it's nowhere near as heavy as a Showman. It's only
Yeah.
50 watt amp.
Yeah,
So.
it's not bad.
You mean like your 50 watt Showman?
4 6L6s,
Oh, that's
85
100 watt.
watts, or
Yeah.
it's 85 or 130 depending on who you talk to. You know what I mean?
It's 85 clean.
Right.
It's 100 watt.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rating system is arbitrary.
Yes.
Some guys rated it clean, but then the question becomes, what signal were you putting into it?
Yeah.
You know, if you're putting in a hot signal, it's really only a 60 watt amp
Yeah.
before it starts to distort. But then if you run it wide open with a hot signal, you'll probably get 110, 115 watts out of it,
Yeah.
even though it's all square wave. So.
Right.
Nobody wants to buy my guitar? What the heck?
Well, it's been 45 minutes. You know, come on.
Let's see, is there any of these other messages if these guys are
Oh yeah.
nothing? Nope. I scared them off. Darn it. Anyway, so that's the whiskey through my old cab. I have a 412 that should be here, but it's over at Raphael Sadiq's studio. I'd like to get $3,500 for the guitar. If you're going to PayPal me money right now, I'm flexible. Otherwise, I'm just going to put it on eBay this afternoon. So, along with my TLM 49, my Marshall 69 basket weave cab. And I've got some mic pre's and other mics and stuff that I just don't use.
Sometimes you got to clean house.
This
man.
cabinet's been in a producer's recording booth for years. And he moved and said, dude, I better drop the cabinet off. Oh, okay. And I don't like it as much as the cabinets that I make. So I know Marshall guys are really into this stuff. And I've seen empty ones of these go for $1,000. I don't think they're worth that. But this is the 69 cab. It's the one. You know. What am I going to buy? I've got some family things I've got to do with the money. And this is all, believe it or not, for me, this is kind of excess gear. It's not my go-to stuff.
You know, if we're all honest with ourselves, we have to admit we have some excess gear.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like if you got 30, 40 guitars, 2 of them have to be surplus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I have more than that, and I have a hard time finding 1 or 2 that's our surplus. But
Well, it's really situational.
yeah.
99 days out of 100, I look at this stuff and go, oh, I'm down to my bare bones. 'Cause
Right.
I've got like
Right.
25 guitars.
Right.
And,
Right.
and
All of a
then
sudden,
other days,
you know.
Other days I go, it's just a bunch of fucking wood sitting around here. I can sell it for money.
Right. Let people make music on it.
Yeah.
A Veyron.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to buy a Bugatti. Yes, I have children and I have a mother that I help out. So, got some stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, all noble causes.
and I've got my youngest daughter right here. Come say hi, Remy.
Come on over.
Come here, Pims.
Right here.
This will work. Tell them to buy Daddy's guitar.
Right in there.
Come on.
A little bit, just a little.
This is my 9-year-old Remy.
At least wave.
Say hi.
Hi.
She's pretending to be shy.
I'm here for Champ.
Oh, you're here for the doggy.
He
Ah.
just wanted to get this.
Champ.
Ah.
That's
Champ was-
right. We
Champ
got
was
a dog.
almost sold.
There's
to
a
the highest
dog.
Bidder.
Hey, 25 grand. I love Champ, but come on.
What are you gonna do? Right?
Yeah, I mean, that means someone loves him more, unless they want to eat him. Unless they're paying money to eat him. Champ, nobody would eat you, would they, buddy? Well, you guys, this is the family edition of Lunch with Dan Jul.
Yeah.
Remy's there on the floor. We can still see you, Pims. Go like this.
Don't tell her.
Yeah. And proud dad, that's right. This is my youngest baby. She's not a baby anymore. I just still call her that. She was too tired to go to horse camp today, so she's hanging out with Daddy. Just listening to all these crazy gear talk.
Yep.
Which means I have to quit cussing now that she's in the room.
Well,
Right.
you know, I mean, you could just make that part of your vocabulary.
You know, that would be for someone that has class. You know, where are the horses? We have them at a barn here over by the equestrian center. Joe, we have a Palomino quarter horse and a little Welsh pony that Remy rides, and it's very fun. And in the summertime, they go ride horses every day, except for when they're poopy tired, as we are today. Lamatone, you got censored. What did you type? Spell it out.
What the heck?
Spell it out
The
phonetically.
whole thing got censored. Not even a.
Just because you typed a word,
Yeah.
a poopy word.
Yeah, you typing potty mouth over there? Come on, buddy.
Do I have other mics to sell?
Something was in that drawer.
Yeah, I got an old Sennheiser 421, a white one, like the real ones, but I think it needs a little work. And then I've got like a Shure 86, you know, and then actually this Neumann here, I have two of these. This handheld one, I can't remember the number. Let's see, do you know offhand what 65 models are used on the Crossroads Guitar Festival Sheryl Crow set? Vince Gill was playing two Monterey's and a Royal Albert. Cheryl always has her London. She's got one of the very first Londons. I think she has the second one that we ever made. Peter has the first. And thank you, Remy. Bye-bye. And Peter was playing a London and a Soho, I think, on that Crossroads thing. So there was a bunch of 65s on stage, and there was somebody else playing 65s on that Crossroads too, and I can't remember who. But that's when Vince Gill had his big stage rig out, and his big stage rig is left, right Monterey's, high-powered Monterey's with 466s in them, and the clean up the middle is a Royal Albert. I think the cab is signed by Peter. If yours is signed by Peter, then it's probably 10 years old, Joe. Peter was actually only able to be physically involved with the construction on about the first 25 amps that we made. So, and the ones that were signed by him were real early, real early, because we did all those here at my house before we even had a shop. We built them in the little shack out behind the house.
Nice.
Yeah. So that probably would have been 2004. Does it have a serial number on it? Because the first 25 or 30 did not have serial numbers. Well, no one's going to buy my guitar. I guess I got to make me an eBay ad today. Son of a gun. That stinks. I was just kind of thinking, surely somebody'd want to buy this guitar. They've seen it on all the videos. Darn it. Not even an offer. Bummer. How about you, Arna?
Hey.
You need a Les Paul
Yeah.
for your store.
What's up?
Arne just got out of the pool. He's in from Oslo, Norway, so. Is Peter still part? Absolutely, yeah. Peter's still partner, the whole thing. Saving for a whiskey instead. No serial number. Yeah, then you got like one of the first 25.
Sweet.
You haven't disappointed me. You've just broken my heart, Lamatone.
Oh, what did he actually type?
He said, sorry, Dan, we've all disappointed you.
No, what that got censored. I mean.
Oh, he said he won't say because there's a child in
Ah,
there.
fair enough.
Yeah. What letter did it start with?
What's it?
Can't find my glasses.
Ah,
Oh.
Can't see shit. Oh, so.
Easy.
there you go.
Easy, Tiger.
Alright.
Oh, I see. It was one of those words.
Can I use the internet?
You can, yeah, just don't upload anything because I'm using all the upload right now for the show.
So Wyatt's left without saying goodbye.
That's because you were out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, come join me. Didn't
You
they?
get
He
Miles
seemed
in
to
the pool.
Rush off.
I think Miles showers with a flannel shirt on. I've never seen him do anything other but like a white T-shirt or a flannel shirt.
Is Lars still there or is he?
No, I think Lars took off. Lars Hobart,
Yeah, come on.
you still there? He's logged in.
Okay.
Lars, wake up. He said Hilda was there with him, so
What time is it?
in Norway it's 10:22 at night.
Yeah.
So he's just waking up.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
just having breakfast right now.
Yeah.
Maybe lunch.
Oh man.
Someone says, "Hi, Arna," spelled H-E-I. Who are you, Ustreamer 495611?
Yeah, identify yourself.
I know him.
Oh yeah,
You do?
No.
they're from the 495611s that are by Bergen, right? Or is it Stavanger?
Hello.
I know Norwegian geography. Does that scare you?
You do?
A little bit.
Hmm.
I know like 6 towns.
Hmm.
Well, it's 1:23. Although this has been a random show,
Yes.
at least you got a little taste of the whiskey.
Very random.
Runa fra Christiansen.
Oh, I do that. It's hot.
It's hot here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been swimming, so I'm hot.
You're hot from swimming?
Yeah.
Is the pool hot?
I exercised.
Oh. In my pool?
Never do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exercised
Never.
in your pool.
Ugh.
Thank God we got a pool filter, huh?
Yeah.
You know what he means by exercise, you know, yeah. Can I ask about how you voice an amp? Sure. What do you want to ask, Lamatone?
I think
There's
you just
a
did.
lot of different ways. That's a pretty open-ended question. You know, like, how do you write a song?
You start with the cow.
That's right. First, someone breaks your heart.
Yeah.
Then you join the army, and in the army, you buy a guitar at the PX, and you learn some chords. And after you shave your head and live with men for years, the heartache and utter despair will bring out the muse. I read you start with the last gain stage. I don't know what that means. You got to be careful what you read. Well, V1, the first gain stage, is the most important one. There's a lot of opinions on how to voice an amp and the best way to do it. And I have my formula. I like to use a certain recipe of components in certain areas because I think it brings out the best behavior in the amp. There's other guys that use normal components, and it's all about transformers for them. I like to do a little bit of both. I like to play with transformers. I'm very particular about, I like a certain kind of resistor on the plate of a tube. I like a certain kind of cap on the cathode bypass of a tube, you know, these sorts of things. I have certain relationships I like to keep between screen grids and plates. And that just comes from personal experience. It's kind of like cooking, you know. I like a certain amount of pepper. I like a certain amount of butter in the pan when I crack eggs into it. You know, it's just kind of personal preference. There's no, like, step one, you know. If it were that simple, you could just write it down on a piece of paper and put it on the internet, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry be making amps. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens.
But no, there's 20 different ways to do it right, is my point. There's no right or wrong. It's You can. There's a lot of different ways to do it right. What setting on the color boost is closest to the range master? 2 and 3. Lamatone says, I made a gain stage switch box that will replace each component in one stage. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've always had fantasies about making a big test amp, where I have a tube socket and then about this much space for every tube.
Yeah.
So I can put decade boxes all around it.
Yeah.
Like hook a decade box up on the plate, one on the control grid, one on the cathode, and then another decade box for the RC network there, and and then just set up like 5 of those in a row. Wow, you've worked with Optimus Prime. I don't know what that is.
That's
Transformers.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't. I can't say that I have.
I did.
You did?
I did. Yeah.
In post-production or?
No, I just through my early teens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can a bad tube cause intermittent signal volume? Absolutely.
Yes.
As I say many times in a row, hi darling, how are you? I'm good. As I've said, 99% of tube amp problems are tubes. They're by far the weakest link. And I'm always really amused. Well, I think the capacitor is bleeding. Yeah, check your tubes.
Start there.
You'll get texts that'll spin you around for 4 hours of service when you go, oh no, there's a tube. And he'll say, no, I put it on a tester and it tested fine. Like, what did you test? I tested transconductance. Okay, you've proven that the tube turns on.
Right.
That's like saying my car starts, it's working perfectly.
Right. How about at 80 miles per hour?
Does it shift?
Yeah.
Do the brakes work?
Yeah.
There's a lot more to a tube than transconductance.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of techs that's all they know. Oh, I test it for transconductance, therefore it's fine. Can't be the tube. Did you put a new tube in there? No, I tested this tube. That wasn't my question. Did you put a new tube in there?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need to because I tested. Okay, do me a favor.
Right.
Humor me. Put in a new tube. And they'll go, I'll be damned. I would have never guessed that. How
Well, I
long
mean,
you been working on amps?
The first thing you do when a light goes out isn't to check the breaker.
Or the switch.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? How's that bulb?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Rattling around.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
How about
That's
a
the
power-
replaceable part in your amp. That's the field replaceable.
That's the service part.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
right.
part you can service.
Right.
Try it first.
Yeah.
Someone asked, we're going to do a color muff? No, probably not.
Does anybody make
I don't think so.
build a good big muff these days?
What's
Electro-harmonics,
good?
yeah.
What's good? You know?
I've never been a big fan of that pedal, actually.
Yeah.
but-
And it kind of survives on silicone, not germanium. Yeah, there's germanium big muffs, but it's just that has a whole different following
Mhm.
that I think is not necessarily a group that we need to hit with these awesome germanium transistors that we have.
No, it's not. It's not the main usage for that thing. Firebird Bob, have Nick call me or write me a note. I honestly haven't had enough time to reach out to him properly. If you want to buy a whiskey, I'll sell it to the guy. It's fine. I'm giving you the Pope wave right now.
So here's a little story I want to share with
Use the microphone.
the community. I remember when I discovered Peter. I was
That came out wrong.
what?
When you discovered him.
Oh yeah, I was a guitar
Peter
player.
Stroud.
Yeah, Peter.
Pull that off the leg.
Yeah. Well,
When you say I discovered Peter in English, people all kind of went, whoa.
oh, okay.
You
yeah.
know, Peter's
sorry.
slang for something else.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
it.
when I discovered Peter,
language
my
barrier.
parents kicked me out of the house. And
Okay, let's not go into that digression right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Peter Stroud.
Yeah, I'm talking about germanium stuff and all that kind of pedals and stuff. It was on a Spacey and Shaken album
Pete
with
Rhodes,
Pete
right?
Roach. Yeah, it's
Right.
one of my favorite albums
Mhm.
from the '90s. And so when I finally got to meet Peter, one of the first questions I asked him was, "How did you get that sound?" Because he has this really harsh germanium fuzz with some sort. What sort of it sounded like a phaser mixed into it, but you could hear it was in the same pedal. It wasn't something that you sort of threw together on a pedal board or anything.
Right.
So it was one of the old Shinai Japanese fuzz was.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, sounds amazing. So I got one, and of course I didn't get the same sound out of it,
Right.
but
Never do.
no.
It's always the archer, not the arrow.
Yeah. So I mean, traveling down that road with germanium fuzzes and all that kind of stuff. I mean, everybody. I love the 65 color boost, and I haven't tried the.
You'll hear them while you're here. Just
Yeah.
I don't know where are the prototypes still at Tracy's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to go get them.
So I have to check out that one, but I mean, on the germanium stuff, there's 65 stuff. You use the best components available, and it sounds really authentic. Everybody makes something that makes you think you sound like Hendrix or whatever. But
Well, or at least they'll try to make you believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, through my tenure being a guitar dealer, I've been running down a couple of germanium
Yeah.
pedals, especially fuzz faces, and in my honest opinion, there's for the range master, it's I always had a hot hand on the color boost, and I have another favorite that I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, but there's
Of course you
I'm really into
are.
this.
He's typing.
Yeah.
Are you telling people not to buy another pedal?
No,
besides
no,
mine?
no,
I'm
but-
sure.
Saying that
but-
there's
but-
another pedal.
but let's say I've tried 30 or 40 different range masters.
Yeah, have you played the new one though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it in Norway. You should buy one. Anyway,
Good recovery. Yeah.
yeah. The throwback stuff, I think their Strange Master also is very close to the original, but what the original is there's so many different varieties of that one too. So
That's the thing.
yeah,
You know, these we've said it a million times, but these germaniums are very consistent.
yeah,
Well, that's
So-
that's always the hurdle. We always wanted to make more, but I have to buy 200 to
Right,
make
to
25
yield
pedals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just man, it gets
Or
expensive.
use
when
all
you do that.
200 and just put out a bunch of pedals that are all different.
A bunch
well,
of-
that's
bunch of
that's
crap,
that's
yeah.
the most people do, and I mean we
Right.
had from vendor X 5 fuzz faces or range masters or whatever, and just
Yeah.
plug them up side by side, and it sounds like 5 different
Right.
models.
Yeah, these are all very consistent. I
Yeah.
mean, it was weird. We got some of these to do just a small run, and we ordered like a sample set of 10, and tested them all. And Joe came back and said, "Man, they're all the same."
Yeah.
And I said, "You better double check them because that's not
Right, that just means
possible."
you're testing them wrong.
That means you
Yeah.
didn't really
Right,
test them.
narrow
Yeah.
that window
Oh
down.
sure, yeah, they're all great. Don't worry. And we tested them again. Then we bought like 100, and they all tested good. And so it's kind of it's a very unusual situation.
Yeah.
It's not something you run into a lot. So.
It's not a guarantee that all 10,000 or whatever you'll get 100% yield, but it's so good.
If we get 9,000,
Right.
it'll be
No,
like
it's so
fantasy land. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. No, it was so good, and the
Yeah.
flavor, the sonic flavor of them is not different. So even as I test
Right.
them, and I can point to some very slight differences.
I'm gonna have to get you
Within
on the
a
mic.
Yeah, sure. I can test them and see some very slight differences, in
You
leakage
can see it
or
on
something.
the scope.
Yeah, you can see it, but it's all within such a tight range that when you make the pedals with them and you
Right.
swap them out or you listen to them, then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, these are the same. You know what I mean? They're not. You
Well,
don't.
it's a matter of like you got the gain on
Right.
5 instead of 4.5. It'll
Exactly.
sound exactly
It's
the same.
it's as same as you can get from this type of circuitry, and the flavor, like that's the big point, is the flavor is the same.
Yeah. Right.
So when you go through a bunch of different fuzz faces throughout different eras, it's pass and fail. I don't like this one. I like this one. I don't
Oh,
like
they're
that one.
random as can be.
Yeah, and so with these, that's what made me really happy. And we've said this before. There's fixed bias. I don't. There's not a trim pot in there. There's a need to be because these are consistent enough. They sound like the same pedal. If you lined up 10 of them, could you identify something? Yeah, but it's not. It's like he said. It's like, oh, let me just eke that knob
Right.
0.1%. Now this one's the same.
Right.
There's more. You have more of a chance of potentiometer
I say
tolerances.
the variance in the pots is probably
Exactly.
bigger than that.
That's
yeah.
either that's there's more of a chance of that having.
Yeah, and also the
greater
huge
effect.
X factor playing germanium is the temperature
Yes.
issues. I mean, I had a gig playing
Can't hear
some
you at all without the mic.
some Beatles stuff, and we just went through it chronologically. And when we got to Pepper, it was an outdoor gig, and I was gonna do dang a dang dang, and it was
Yeah.
totally died on me.
Sound will not
That's
come out.
because your pedal didn't have tone vents on it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Could
is
be.
that? Yeah. Well, it's sort of I've seen some discussions on different forums whether to make a cooling system for germanium transistors to have
Yeah.
them be consistent, but
Just put vents on the pedal and they stay cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Or get a better agent. You know.
Or have two pedals.
Yeah. What are you doing? Actually, well,
Keep
yeah,
one in a
there's-
cooler.
There's
Yeah.
no, but there's a friend of mine that packs. He almost always plays his germanium pedals, but he packs a silicone one in his gig bag just in case.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and it's a decent silicone one that he liked, and it's a failsafe. You know.
Well, I know wah-wah guys always carry 3 or 4 wah-wah pedals with them. You know, just if one's getting weird, they can just reach in the bag and pull another one.
Yeah.
But someone's asked, do we have a limited supply? Well, the germanium transistors aren't made anywhere more. And we found a batch of about 10,000 of them. That all seem to be relatively consistent. I'd venture a guess that 80 to 90% of them are fantastic. And even the ones that aren't fantastic would be considered usable by anybody.
I mean, I don't know how many we've been through. I haven't found one that is a fail for us.
We've been
It doesn't-
through a few hundreds. so
Yeah,
far.
there just hasn't been one yet.
No, more than that, because we've already shipped almost 200 color boost pedals.
Yep.
And they've tested way more than that. So we've tested 400 or 500 of them so far, and they're just all great.
Yep.
You only notice a difference when they are side by side to compare. Yeah, a little
Not
bit.
even, yeah, I'm just saying if you really were trying to find one.
If you A/B back and forth, you'll hear a tiny bit, but it's not like this pedal sounds good, that one doesn't.
Right.
They both sound great. It's just they're little shades of gray.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't. I can't stack up any number of units that makes me say I'd rather have this one than that one.
Right.
I'll take any of
Right.
any of them. You know,
That's
and that's
right.
the testimony to the germanium transistors. Yes, the components are great too. So there's low tolerance on the components. So you also don't have a stacking issue where
Right.
one of them there's like drift in the capacitance or the resistance.
We're using amp.
So that's
parts.
good.
Yeah.
You know, that's another element
Right.
that can cause something to sway and
That's right.
swing. But
Rick Skillman's calling from Celestion. I'm sorry, Rick. I'll call you back. I promise. I promise. How do they taste? Germanium? I put a little hot sauce on them. They're pretty good.
yeah,
Lemon and
bland.
garlic, you know.
Isn't German food bland?
German food? Yeah. It's the biggest spice in Germany is pepper.
And it's not German. There's nothing German and germanium is not correlated. It's the name of.
It's just
of
a root,
right.
yeah.
It's just the name.
Well, no,
of-
germanium is an element on the periodic table.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Right. It's
right.
not.
It might have been discovered by a German scientist,
Right.
or in Central Europe.
Right.
Therefore, it's called germanium,
Yeah.
which is what Europe might have been called had World War II been different.
Yeah.
But
Germania.
Greater germanium. That's right. And it's not a geranium, the flower,
No.
which do taste pretty good, by the way. Yeah, same transistor for the boost bender and the face, only the color boost has 1, the color face has 2, and the color bender has 3. So it's different levels of gain.
Yep.
Haas Thompson says the color boost is excellent for sure. Thank you, Haas. I appreciate that.
Yes, it is.
And sounds like we're describing diamonds. Don't forget about Haas. I will not forget about Haas. Wait a minute, who? Haas. We love you, Haas.
I don't even pay attention anymore.
Don't you forget about Haas. Oh, that's a different thing. Man, I'm tired, dude. I'm telling you.
That's it. Put a fork in it.
Larry Larson's here. Didn't even say anything. Hi,
Aw.
Larry. Okay, well, I'm going to put my Les Paul on eBay, and I need someone to buy it right away, please. Hope you don't mind. Oh, the speaker, Hoss. That's what you meant. Don't forget about Hoss. I'm sorry. Hoss, what kind of amp are you running into that 412? That's what matters. Randy, Reverend Ulf says, the color boost is my main distortion tone generator. Hey. You're a man of style and taste. Yeah, Joe, it's a 2002 R8 with Tim White humbuckers in it. It's a cherry one. I played on all my videos and all that stuff. It's got a nice fat neck. It's a good one. Why no pedal that uses 4 there probably is, but it's too much gain.
Yeah, I haven't seen one. Like
Marshall Pig? What's a Marshall Pig? A Tupelo? Oh, yeah, it'll be fine. 2002, I'm not sure what the Rosewood board is. It might actually be Brazilian in 2002.
Check it out later.
Arna's going to check on it for us right now. He's a Gibson aficionado. 200 watts. That's not going to work with 4 blues. Yeah, I really, honestly, I'm going to try to sell it in the next 24 hours. So I'm flexible if you're ready to pay. I'm not going to give it away, but I'll sell it at the low end of what it's worth. 2002s are the most sought after R8s. They're the creamy ones, the cream of the crop ones.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
Of course, a lot of people didn't hear this because this was pre-show, but...
What's the serial number?
Well, let's see.
I got it on the certificate there.
8 and 2021.
2021. Yeah, it's flaming. You've seen it, Joe? Here, let me see. I don't have a lot of light in here, so the flame's not. It's not? Okay. So it's Madagascar, Rosewood. But yeah, Tim White humbuckers, if you can find them, they're $800 to $1,000. And then the nut is fossilized mastodon ivory that Michael DeTemple custom made for this guitar. It's primo. And the finish is a little aged. It's not super glossy. It was that way when it was new. Kind of a medium aging to it. And the hardware was aged. But yeah, it's a nice guitar. Thank you, sir.
Sure. What's this question?
When a color face demo? As soon as we get our pedals back.
I think you can go back in the archives. Maybe.
Yeah, we played it on the show.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, 3-5 weeks ago, and there is some playing.
But we'll have it
of
soon.
Of the prototype, which is the same as the.
Yeah.
You know, there's no difference.
We'll have it back this week. So next week. Oh, by the way, Frank, you don't even know this. Time Warner Cable upgraded their entire backbone in LA. Next week, my internet's going to be 100 meg a second.
Ah,
with
lovely.
With 5 meg upload.
Lovely.
So we can actually broadcast in high definition, but the sound will be much better.
Oh, great.
And I can get out my real lights.
Yes, we will.
Because all they're going to do is burn it at 480p. But
you guys are in for a treat.
this is going to, even now in this natural light, it's going to look
If you thought
so
that
much
I was
better.
ugly in this lighting and at this definition, prepare to be shocked.
Wait till you see how
at
bad
how
my,
ugly I am.
Wait to see
in
how
higher
bad
def.
my skin really is.
Yeah, it is so bad.
Yeah.
Also, if anybody, you remember we did the Flow Guitar Enthusiast?
Oh yeah, Jeff and Scott.
Monday, I'll be heading over there.
Oh, you gonna do it?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Nice.
So
I should come
anybody
join
who
you.
would like to tune into that and send me annoying texts during to throw me off my game.
We'll post the links for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me ride over there with you if you don't mind.
Yeah, maybe.
What 65 amp model sells the best for you? Well, that depends on who you ask. My question for you would be, how much money do you have? No, it's, you know, the blue line and the red line, I almost think of them as separate lines of business. In the blue line, my new amps always sell. The producers are doing great. The whiskey right now is selling very well. The Tupelo and the Elvis are always steady, really steady. Same with the Empire. In the red line, the Ventura seems to be the winner. That's the one. Here, let me turn on links. Hoss, can you... do you have a link to that show? Yeah, I think a few weeks ago, or maybe a little more, because I've been gone for a while. Hoss said there's a demo with a Strat, a Les Paul, and a 335
Yes.
on the color face and the bender,
Yes.
which will be actually for sale very soon. I'm sorry it's taken so long.
I think and it would be the week or 2 weeks after Bob Bradshaw.
Right.
So when you're looking at it, if you're trying to find it, that's how to find it.
So that'd be, early June.
Something like that.
Sweetwater only has the boost. When will they get the other two pedals? Hopefully within a few weeks. We're just going to start making them right now. So it takes a while, I wish if we had nothing else to do, we'd be spitting out pedals. But unfortunately, we're busy making amps. And we had to hire a couple people in the pedal room. And they're getting up to speed. And there's still a ton of orders for the color boost that they're still making a lot of. So I think we're probably more close to 300 of those by now. But we will get back to doing pedals. But once I have this super high-speed internet here, it just didn't work out going over to Dave's. So we couldn't get the business class internet over there on his street. So
It's crazy.
So anyway, I upgraded my thing here. We'll have true high def.
Great.
And the sound will be better. I can put up real lights so it doesn't look like a webcast. Because it is a webcast, but we want it to not look like a webcast.
Sure.
And you'll get full 128K sound.
Nice.
And we can do 720p broadcast.
That's great.
I don't think I can do 1080p on Ustream. I don't think they offer it. So.
All right.
Well, on that bombshell, it's time for us to go. Because it's 10 to 1, and I'm a hungry boy. And I got a little girl I got to feed in here as well. So we can go get lunch somewhere and take care of my baby girl. Any other questions or thoughts before we're done, fellas?
In 15, 14.
Yeah. Nobody wants to buy this guitar, really? Make me an offer. I don't care. I got 3 Les Pauls. I feel bad. I need money, and I got 3 nice guitars. So, thank you, Lamatone. I remember the 335 just sang with the color face, and Frank's playing. Oh yeah, Frank's a good pedal guy, much better than me. I'm the guy back there playing the rhythm, going dee 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 dee. You only have $300. Oh, okay. Oh. I'll sell you a color bender.
It's a good start.
When does Noah's Arcade get involved? All right, fellas. Well, hey, listen. It's good to be back after 2 weeks. I appreciate you hanging around waiting for me. And I'll see you next week with the new and improved internet. They're coming on Friday to install it. So 100 megasecond download, which doesn't matter. But the upload speed, I only need 2.5 meg to do high def, and this is 5.
Nice.
So it should be pretty clean, even on a bad day. What level are you on Candy Crush? Oh, can I just say one thing for the record? Since we're at the end of the recording, I might even make a highlight out of this. If you invite me to play a game on Facebook, I hate you.
It doesn't mean that I don't love you, but I hate you.
I'm just saying, I do love you. I'm just saying I hate you. If that makes sense. If you think a grown man has time to play games on Facebook or has desire to play some game on Facebook, which all it is a demographic thieving thing, like,
right.
Yeah,
who are you? Who are your friends? What are you doing? What's
right. And I will kill you. I will cut you.
Yeah.
I will Fire Bottle, how much for the Les Paul? Well, the consensus is it's worth somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000.
Yeah.
I'd like to get right in the middle there, so $3,500. If you have cash and you want to PayPal me today, get a hold of me. I'm an easy guy to find. I'm all over the internet. I have 7 Facebook pages, which I don't want anyone to ask me to play games on.
Right.
Back to the point.
Yes.
I will be 49 years old in a few weeks.
Wow.
And if you think, and this isn't a wig, if you think I want to play Candy Crush or Spadinky Doink or whatever all these games are, I will not unfriend you, but I will look down my nose at you for the rest of my life. I mean that in a good way.
Right.
I'm not trying to say that's a bad thing.
Like I said, doesn't mean I don't love you.
I don't love. Right, Frank's getting it. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means I hate you and I want to kill you. I want to gouge your eyes out with a rusty screwdriver.
Yeah. I mean, fantastic marriages have been built upon no less than that.
Right, with a gun to your head.
Right.
I do love you and I respect you.
I also.
But I will run you over with my car and then
Yeah.
back up over you again.
Right. Right. You know what?
But I do love you.
And then it's a funny story when you're both 80 years old, sitting in,
Right.
drinking tea together.
And what are you in for, man? Well, somebody invited me to play Candy Crush on the computer.
Yeah. Oh, I feel you, brother.
Oh yeah, man. There's a whole row full of guys down there like that. Someone asked a grown man to play some child's game on a social media site. Hell yeah. I think they're going to make it legal to kill people now, though. Just like first is marijuana, now it's going to be you
Yeah.
can
When
kill.
does a Candy Crush invitation qualify as hate speech?
Right, exactly.
When-
That's what you would call reasonable provocation.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the Lebowski listening to Eagles. You just can't do it. So, yeah, man, I don't want to play any games on Facebook. So I want you to clip this part out of the video and spread it around, make it go viral.
Yeah.
Because when you go to Ustream, you can make a highlight if you want.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa.
And I want you to make a highlight out of this. And
Yes. And
Firebottle
everyone,
says immediately.
Everyone posted on your Facebook pages. Yeah.
You mean I'm going to kill you immediately? Is that what you mean, Firebottle?
No, you will not know when it's coming.
Or do you want to buy this guitar immediately? Because
Put it that way. If somebody buys that guitar, you'll play Candy Crush with them for 12 hours.
if you buy this guitar, I will play Candy Crush with you and then kill you. Firebottle, if you're interested in the guitar, just grab me. You can even private message me right here. Just right click on D Bool at the top. So anyway, was I clear on that?
I think so.
Or was there any ambiguity there?
We'll find out when this is being replayed as Exhibit A
I want it to go viral.
in your court case.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Your Honor, when I said run him over with a
Right.
car,
That I didn't
I
mean.
was it's figuratively. It's
Yeah.
figuratively. You
Yeah.
know,
The fact that guy got ran over by a car. Is
and I said it
totally
on
irrelevant.
on my web show.
It's totally irrelevant. The two are not.
It's a
Your Honor,
spurious correlation.
That's right. That's exactly right. To bring it all home.
That's right. Closure is what I'm all about. Man, am I tired? I'm looking at myself in the screen going, dude, you need a nap.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, fellas, it's always a pleasure. I really enjoy it. Thanks for tolerating my outburst. Thanks to Frank Falbo and Arna Haast and Miles Rose. And we apologize to all the people we offended, which is too long of a list to call up right now. But we will see you next week with new stuff. And have a good one. Take care, fellas. Bye-bye.